Power of subconscious mind, chapter 2. The treasure house within you. Infinite riches are all around you if you will open your mental eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. There is a gold mine within you from which you can extract everything you need to live life gloriously, joyously, and abundantly. Many are sound asleep because they do not know about this gold mine of infinite intelligence and boundless love within themselves. Whatever you want, you can draw forth. A magnetized piece of steel will lift about 12 times its own weight. And if you demagnetize the same piece of steel, it will not even lift a feather. Similarly, there are two types of men. There is the magnetized man who is full of confidence and faith. He knows that he is born to win and to succeed. Then there is the type of man who is demagnetized. He is full of fears and doubts. Opportunities come and he says, I might fail. I might lose my money. People will laugh at me. This type of man will not get very far in life because if he is afraid to go forward, he will simply stay where he is, become a magnetized man, and discover the master secret of the ages. The master secret of the ages. What, in your opinion, is the master secret of the ages? The secret of atomic energy, thermonuclear energy, the neutron bomb, interplanetary travel? No, not any of this. Then, what is this master secret? Where can one find it, and how can it be contacted and brought into action? The answer is extraordinarily simple. The secret is the marvelous miracle working power found in your own subconscious mind, the last place that most people would seek it. The marvelous power of your subconscious. You can bring into your life more power, more wealth, more health, more happiness, and more joy by learning to contact and release the hidden power of your subconscious mind. You need not acquire this power, you already possess it. But you want to learn how to use it, you want to understand it so that you can apply it in all departments of your life. As you follow the simple techniques and processes set forth in this book, you can gain the necessary knowledge and understanding. A new light can inspire you, and you can generate a new force enabling you to realize your hopes and make all your dreams come true. Decide now to make your life grander, greater, richer, and nobler than ever before. Within your subconscious depths lie infinite wisdom, infinite power, and infinite supply of all that is necessary, which is waiting for development and expansion. Begin now to recognize these potentialities of your deeper mind, and they will take form in the world without. The infinite intelligence within your subconscious mind can reveal to you everything you need to know at every moment of time and point of space, provided you are open minded and receptive. You can receive new thoughts and ideas, enabling you to bring forth new inventions, make new discoveries, or write books and plays. Moreover, the infinite intelligence in your subconscious can impart to you wonderful kinds of knowledge of original nature. It can reveal to you and open the way for perfect expression and true place in your life. Through the wisdom of your subconscious mind, you can attract the ideal companion as well as the right business associate or partner. It can find the right buyer for your home and provide you with all the money you need and the financial freedom to do and to go as your heart desires. It is your right to discover this inner world of thought, feeling, and power of life, love, and beauty. Though invisible, its forces are mighty. Within your subconscious mind, you will find the solution for every problem and the cause for every effect. Because you can draw out the hidden powers, you come into actual possession of the power and wisdom necessary to move forward in abundance, security, joy, and dominion. I have seen the power of the subconscious lift people up out of crippled states, making them whole, vital, and strong once more, and free to go out into the world to experience happiness, health, and joyous expression. There is a miraculous healing power in your subconscious that can heal the troubled mind and the broken heart. It can open the prison door of the mind and liberate you. It can free you from all kinds of material and physical bondage. Necessity is a working basis of a working basis. Substantial progress in any field of endeavor is impossible in the absence of a working basis, which is universal in its application. You can become a skill, become skilled in the operation of your subconscious mind. You can practice its powers with a certainty of results in exact proportion to your knowledge of its principles and to your application of that for definite specific purposes and goals you wish to achieve. Being a former chemist, I would like to point out that if you combine hydrogen and oxygen in the proportions of two atoms of the former to one of the latter, water would be the result. You are very familiar with the fact that one atom of oxygen and one atom of carbon will produce carbon monoxide, the poisonous gas. But if you add another atom of oxygen, you will get carbon dioxide, a harmless gas, and so on throughout the vast realm of chemical compounds. You must not think that the principles of chemistry, physics, and mathematics differ from the principles of your subconscious mind. Let us consider a generally accepted principle. Water seeks its own level. This is a universal principle which is applicable to water everywhere. Consider another principle. Matter expands when heated. This is true anywhere, at any time, and under all circumstances. You can heat a piece of steel and it will expand regardless whether the steel is found in China, England, or India. It is a universal truth that matter expands when heated. It is also a universal truth that whatever you impress on your subconscious mind is expressed on the screen of space as condition, experience, and figure. Your prayer is answered because your subconscious mind is principle. And by principle, I mean the way a thing works. For example, the principle of electricity is that it works from a higher to a lower potential. You do not change the principle of electricity when you use it, but by cooperating with nature, you can bring forth marvelous inventions and discoveries which bless humanity in countless ways. Your subconscious mind is principle and works according to the law of belief. You must know what belief is, why it works, and how it works. Your Bible says in a simple, clear, and beautiful way, whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he said shall come to pass. He shall have whatever he said. Mark 11:2. The law of your mind is the law of belief. This means to believe in the way your mind works, to believe in belief itself. The belief of your mind is the thought of your mind. That is simple, just that and nothing else. All your experiences, events, conditions, and acts are the reactions of your subconscious mind to your thoughts. Remember, it is not the thing believed in, but the belief in your own mind, which brings about the result. Cease believing in the false beliefs, opinions, superstitions, and fears of mankind. Begin to believe in the eternal varieties and truths of life, which never change. Then you will move onward, upward, and godward. Whoever reads this book and applies the principles of the subconscious mind herein set forth will be able to pray scientifically and effectively for himself and for others Your prayer is answered according to the universal law of action and reaction. Thought is incipient action. The reaction is the response from your subconscious mind, which corresponds with the nature of your thought. Busy your mind with the concepts of harmony, health, peace, and goodwill, and wonders will happen in your life. The duality of mind. We have only one mind, but your mind possesses two distinctive characteristics. The line of demarcation between the two is well known to all thinking men and women today. The two functions of your mind are essentially online. Each is endowed with separate and distinct attributes and powers. The nomenclature generally used to distinguish the two functions of your mind is as follows: the objective and subjective mind, the conscious and subconscious mind, the waking and sleeping mind, the surface self and the deep self, the voluntary mind and the involuntary mind, the male and the female, and many other terms. You will find the terms conscious and subconscious used to represent the dual nature of your mind throughout this book. The conscious and subconscious minds. An excellent way to get acquainted with the two functions of your mind is to look upon your own mind as a garden. You are a gardener and you are planting seeds, thoughts in your subconscious mind all day long, based on your habitual thinking. As you sow in your subconscious mind, so shall you live in your body and environment. Begin now to sow thoughts of peace, happiness, right action, goodwill, and prosperity. Think quietly and with interest on these qualities and accept them fully in your conscious reasoning mind. Continue to plant these wonderful seeds in the garden of your mind, and you will reap a glorious harvest. Your subconscious mind may be likened to the soil, which will grow all kinds of seeds, good or bad. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of fishes? Every thought is there for a cause, and every condition is a necessity. For this reason, it is essential that you take charge of your thoughts so as to bring forth only desirable results. When your mind thinks correctly, when you understand the truth, when the thoughts deposited in your subconscious mind are constructive, harmonious, and peaceful, the magic working power of your subconscious will respond and bring about harmonious conditions, agreeable surroundings, and the best of everything. When you begin to control your thought processes, you can apply the powers of your subconscious to any problem or difficulty. In other words, you will actually be consciously co-building with the infinite power and omnipotent law, which governs all things. Look around you wherever you live, and you will notice that the vast majority of mankind lives in the world without the more enlightened men are intensely interested in the world within. Remember, it is the world within, namely your thoughts, feelings, and imagery, that makes your world without. It is therefore the only creative power, and everything which you find in your world of expression has been created by you in the inner world of your mind, consciously or unconsciously. Knowledge of the interaction of your conscious and subconscious minds will enable you to transform your whole life. In order to change external conditions, you must change the cause. Most men try to change conditions and circumstances by working with conditions and circumstances. To remove discord, confusion, lack, and limitation, you must remove the cause, and the cause is the way you are using your conscious mind. In other words, the way you are thinking and picturing in your mind. You are living in a fathomless sea of infinite riches. Your subconscious is very sensitive to your thoughts. Your thoughts form the mold or matrix through which the infinite intelligence, wisdom, subtle forces, and energies of your subconscious flow. The practical application of the laws of your mind, as illustrated in each chapter of this book, will cause you to experience abundance for poverty, wisdom for superstition and ignorance, peace for pain, joy for sadness, light for darkness, harmony for discord, faith and confidence for fear, success for failure, and freedom from the law of averages. Certainly, there can be no more wonderful blessing than these from a mental, emotional, and material standpoint. Most of the great scientists, artists, poets, singers, writers, and inventors have a deep understanding of the workings of the conscious and subconscious mind. One time, Caruso, the great operatic tenor, was struck with stage fright. He said his throat was paralyzed due to spasms caused by intense fear, which constricted the muscles of his throat. Perspiration poured copiously down his face. He was ashamed because in a few minutes he had to go out on the stage. Yet he was shaking with fear and trepidation. He said, "They will laugh at me. I can't sing." Then he shouted in the presence of those behind the stage, "The little me wants to strangle the big me." He said to the little me, "Get out of here. The big me wants to sing through me." By the big me, he meant the limitless power and wisdom of his subconscious mind. And he began to shout, "Get out, get out. The big me is going to sing." His subconscious mind responded, releasing the vital forces within him. When the call came, he walked out on the stage and sang gloriously and majestically, enthralling the audience. It is obvious to you now that Caruso must have understood the two levels of mind, the conscious or rational and the subconscious or irrational level. Your subconscious mind is reactive and responds to the nature of your thoughts. When your conscious mind, the little me, is full of fear, worry, and anxiety, the negative emotions engendered in your subconscious mind, the big me, are released and flood the conscious mind with a sense of panic, foreboding, and despair. When this happens, you can, like Caruso, speak affirmatively and with a deep sense of authority to the irrational emotions generated in your deeper mind as follows: "Be still, be quiet, I am in control. You must obey me. You are subject to my command. You cannot intrude where you do not belong." It is fascinating and intensely interesting to observe how you can speak authoritatively and with conviction to the irrational movement of your deeper self, bringing silence, harmony, and peace to your mind. The subconscious is subject to the conscious mind, and that is why it is called subconscious or subjective. Outstanding differences and modes of operation. You will perceive the main differences by the following illustrations. The conscious mind is like the navigator or captain at the bridge of a ship. He directs the ship and signals orders to men in the engine room, who in turn control all the boilers, instruments, gauges, etc. The men in the engine room do not know where they are going. They follow orders. They would go on the rocks if the man on the bridge issued faulty or wrong instructions based on his findings with the compass, sextant, or other instruments. The men in the engine room obey him because he is in charge and issues orders, which are automatically obeyed. Members of the crew do not talk back to the captain. They simply carry out orders. The captain is the master of his ship, and his decrees are carried out. Likewise, your conscious mind is the captain and the master of your ship, which represents your body, environment, and all your affairs. Your subconscious mind takes the orders you give it based upon what your conscious mind believes and accepts as true. When you repeatedly say to people, "I can't afford it," then your subconscious mind takes you at your word and sees to it that you will not be in a position to purchase what you want. As long as you persist in saying, "I can't afford that car, that trip to Europe, that home, that whole fourth offer," their mind that You can rest assured that your subconscious mind will follow your orders and you will go through life experiencing the lack of all these things. Last Christmas Eve, a beautiful young university student looked at an attractive and rather expensive traveling bag in the store window. She was going home to Buffalo, New York for the holidays. She was about to say, I can't afford that bag, when she recalled something she had heard at one of my lectures, which was never finish a negative statement, reverse it immediately, and wonders will happen in your life. She said, that bag is mine. It is for sale. I accept it mentally, and my subconscious sees to it that I receive it. Let us do that. Let us pray that. I accept to live in my life, and He gives me along with my partner the global, calming, healing, and bringing responsibility to other people. And my subconscious mind will see to it how it is done. At 8 o'clock Christmas Eve, her finance presented her with a bag exactly the same as the one she had looked at, and mentally identified herself with at 10 o'clock the same morning. She had filled her mind with the thought of expectancy and released the whole thing to her deeper mind, which has the know-how of accomplishment. This young girl, a student at the University of Southern California, said to me, I didn't have the money to buy that bag, but now I know where to find money and all the things I need, and that is in the treasure house of eternity within me. Another simple illustration here is this. When you say, I do not like mushrooms, and the occasion subsequently comes that you are served mushrooms in sauces or salads. You will get indigestion because your subconscious mind says to you, the boss, your conscious mind does not like mushrooms. This is an amusing example of the outstanding differences and modes of operation of your conscious and subconscious minds. A woman may say, I wake up at 3 o'clock. If I drink coffee at night, whenever she drinks coffee, her subconscious mind nudges her as if to say, the boss wants you to stay awake tonight. Your subconscious mind works 24 hours a day and makes provisions for your benefit, pouring all the fruit of your habitual thinking into your lap. How her subconscious responded. A woman wrote me a few months ago as follows. I am 75 years old, a widow with a grown family. I was living alone and on a pension. I heard your lectures on the powers of the subconscious mind, wherein you said that ideas could be conveyed to the subconscious mind by repetition, faith, and expectancy. I began to repeat frequently with feeling I am wanted. I am happily married to a kind, loving, and spiritual minded man. I am secure. I kept on doing this many times a day for about 2 weeks, and one day at the corner drugstore, I was introduced to a retired pharmacist. Found him to be kind, understanding, and very religious. He was a perfect answer to my prayer. Within a week, he proposed to me, and now we are on our honeymoon in New York. I know that the intelligence within my subconscious mind brought both of us together in divine order. This woman discovered that the treasure house was within her. Her prayer was felt as true in her heart, and her affirmation sank down by osmosis into her subconscious mind, which is the creative medium. The moment she succeeded in bringing about the subjective embodiment, her subconscious mind brought about the answer through the law of attraction. Her deeper mind, full of wisdom and intelligence, brought both of them together in divine order. Be sure that you think on whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report. If there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. Brief summary of ideas worth remembering. The treasure house is within you. Look within for the answer to your heart's desire. The great secret possessed by the great men of all ages was their ability to contact the release and release the powers of their subconscious mind. You can do the same. Your subconscious has the answer to all problems. If you suggest to your subconscious prior to sleep, I want to get up at 6 a.m., it will awaken you at that exact time. Your subconscious mind is the builder of your body and can heal you. Learn yourself to sleep every night with the idea of perfect health. And your subconscious bring your faithful servant will obey you. Every thought is a cause and every condition is an effect. If you want to write a book, write a wonderful play, give a better talk to your audience. Convey the idea lovingly and willingly to your subconscious mind, and it will respond accordingly. You are like a captain navigating a ship. You must give the right orders, and likewise, you must give the right orders, thoughts, and images to your subconscious mind, which controls and governs all your experiences. Never use the term, I can't afford it, or I can't do this. Your subconscious mind takes you at your word and sees to it that you do not have the money or the ability to do what you want to do. I can do all things through the power of my subconscious mind. The law of life is the law of belief. A belief is a thought in your mind. Do not believe in things to harm or hurt you. Believe in the power of your subconscious to heal, inspire, strengthen, and prosper you. According to your belief, is it done unto you? Change your thoughts and to change your destiny. That was chapter 2, and I thank you all for listening to it. Thank you, and I hope you all have taken that oath about how to create your conscious, your own dream goal and get it today itself. I hope it works. You have taken that command to your subconscious mind. Thank you for watching. Let us start the next chapter, which is how your own mind works. This is your own mind. You have a mind and you should learn how to use it. There are two levels of your mind, the conscious or rational level and the subconscious or irrational level. You think with your conscious mind and whatever you habitually think sinks down into your subconscious mind, which creates according to the nature of your thoughts. Your subconscious mind is the seat of your emotions and is the creative mind. If you think good, good will follow. If you think evil will follow. This is the way your mind works. The main point to remember is once the subconscious mind accepts an idea, it begins to execute it. It is an interesting and subtle truth that the law of the subconscious mind works for good and bad ideas alike. This law, when applied in a negative way, is the cause of failure, frustration, and unhappiness. However, when your habitual thinking is harmonious and constructive, you experience perfect health, success, and prosperity. Peace of mind and a healthy body are inevitable when you begin to think and feel in the right way. Whatever you claim mentally and feel as true, your subconscious mind will accept, and bring forth into your experience. The only thing necessary for you to do is to get your subconscious mind to accept your idea. And the law of your own subconscious mind will bring forth the health, peace, or the position you desire. You give the command or decree, and your subconscious will faithfully reproduce the idea impressed upon you. The law of your mind is this: you will get a reaction or response from your subconscious mind recording according to the nature of the thoughts or idea you hold in your conscious mind. Psychologists and psychiatrists point out that when thoughts are conveyed in your subconscious mind, impressions are made in the brain cells. As soon as your subconscious accepts any idea, it proceeds to put it into effect immediately. It works by association of ideas and uses every bit of knowledge that you have gathered in your lifetime to bring about its purpose. It draws on the infinite power, energy, and wisdom within you. It lines up all the laws of nature to get its will. Sometimes it seems to bring about an immediate solution to your difficulties, but at other times it might take days, weeks, or longer. Its ways are past finding out. So, right now, let us make another assumption. I have all the resources and all the avenues in the world to make billions of dollars every time, every minute of rest of my life. And 99% of that will go towards global warming, cooling, and greening. We are reversing the global warming within 2 years of time. That is my purpose. And it is going, my subconscious mind is going to find out ways how to do it. So have you done your assessment? Have you done your directive to the subconscious mind? Please do it. Conscious and subconscious terms differentiated. You must remember that these are not two minds. They are merely two spheres of activity within one mind. Your conscious mind is the reasoning mind. It is that phase of mind which chooses. For example, you choose your books, your home, and your partner in life. You make all your decisions with your conscious mind. On the other hand, without any conscious choice on your part, your heart is kept functioning automatically, and the process of digestion, circulation, and breathing are carried on by your subconscious mind through processes independent of your conscious control. Your subconscious mind accepts what is impressed upon it or what you consciously believe. It does not reason things out like your conscious mind, and it does not argue with you controversially. Your subconscious mind is like the soil, which accepts any kind of seed, good or bad. Your thoughts are active and might be likened unto seeds. Negative, destructive thoughts continue to work negatively in your subconscious mind, and in due time will come forth into outer experience which corresponds with them. Remember, your subconscious mind does not engage in proving whether your thoughts are good or bad, true or false, but it responds according to the nature of your thoughts or suggestions. For example, if you consciously assume something as true, even though it may be false, your subconscious mind will accept it as true and proceed to bring about results, which must necessarily follow because you consciously assumed it to be true. Experiments by psychologists. Innumerable experiments by psychologists and others on persons in the hypnotic state have shown that the subconscious mind is incapable of making selections and comparisons, which are necessary for a reasoning process. They have shown repeatedly that your subconscious mind will accept any suggestions, however false. Having once accepted any suggestion, it responds according to the nature of the suggestion given. To illustrate the amenability of your subconscious mind to suggestion, if a practiced hypnotist suggests to one of his subjects that he is Napoleon Bonaparte or even a cat or a dog, he will act out the part with imitable, inimitable accuracy. His personality becomes changed for the time. He believes himself to be whatever the operator tells him he is. A skilled hypnotist may suggest to one of his students in the hypnotic state that his back itches, to another that his nose is bleeding, to another that he is marble statue, to another that he is freezing and the temperature is below zero. Each one will follow out the line of his particular suggestion, totally oblivious to all his surroundings, which do not pertain to his idea. These simple illustrations portray clearly the difference between your conscious reasoning mind and your subconscious mind, which is impersonal, non-selective, and accepts as true whatever your conscious mind believes to be true. Hence, the importance of selecting thoughts, ideas, and remedies which bless, heal, inspire, and fill your soul with joy. The terms objective and subjective mind clarify. Your conscious mind is sometimes referred to as your objective mind because it deals with outward objects. The objective mind takes cognizance of the objective world. Its media of observation are your five physical senses. Your objective mind is your guide and director in your contact with your environment. You gain knowledge through your five senses. Your objective mind learns through observation, experience, and education. As previously pointed out, the greatest function of the objective mind is that of reasoning. Suppose you are one of the thousands of tourists who come to Los Angeles and wait. You would come to the conclusion that it is a beautiful city based upon your observation of the parks, pretty gardens, majestic buildings, and lovely homes. This is the working of your objective mind. Your subconscious mind is oftentimes referred to as your subjective mind. Your subjective mind takes cognizance of its environment by means independent of the five senses. Your subjective mind perceives by intuition. It is the seat of your emotion and the storehouse of memory. Your subjective mind performs its highest functions when your objective senses are in abeyance. In a word, it is that intelligence which makes itself manifest when the objective mind is suspended or in a sleepy, drowsy state. Your subjective mind sees without the use of the natural organs of reason. It has the capacity of clairvoyance and clairaudience. Your subjective mind can leave your body, travel to distant lands, and bring back information oftentimes of the most exact and truthful character. Through your subjective mind, you can read the thoughts of others, read the contents of sealed, enveloped, and closed lips. The subjective mind is the ability to apprehend the thoughts of others without the use of the ordinary or the means of communication. It is of the greatest importance that we understand the interaction of the objective and subjective mind in order to learn the true art of freedom. The subconscious cannot reason like your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind cannot argue controversially. Hence, if you give it wrong suggestions, it will accept them as true and will proceed to bring them to pass as conditions, experiences, and events. All things that have happened to you are based on thoughts impressed on your subconscious mind through belief. If you have conveyed erroneous concepts to your subconscious mind, your method of overcoming them is by the repetition of constructive, harmonious thoughts frequently repeated, which your subconscious mind accepts. Thus, forming new and healthy habits of thought and life. For your subconscious mind is the seat of heaven. The habitual thinking of your conscious mind establishes deep grooves in your subconscious mind. This is very favorable for you if your habitual thoughts are harmonious, peaceful, and constant. If you have indulged in fear, worry, and other destructive forms of thinking, the remedy is to recognize the omnipotence of your subconscious mind and degree of freedom, happiness, and perfect health. Your subconscious mind, being creative and one with your divine source, will proceed to create the freedom and happiness which you have honestly decreed. The tremendous power of suggestion. You must realize by now that your conscious mind is the watchman at the gate, and its chief function is to protect your subconscious mind from false impressions. You are now aware of one of the basic laws of mind. Your subconscious mind is amenable to suggestions. As you know, your subconscious mind does not make comparisons or contrast. Neither does it reason and think things out for itself. This latter function belongs to your conscious mind. It simply reacts to the impressions given to it by your conscious mind. It does not show a preference for one course of action over another. The following is a classic example of the tremendous power of suggestion. Suppose you approach a timid-looking passenger on board ship and say to him something like this: "You look very ill. How pale you are. I feel certain you are going to be seasick. Seasick? Let me help you to your cabin." The passenger turns pale. The suggestion of seasickness associates itself with his own fears and forebodings. He accepts your head down to the berth, and there your negative suggestion, which was accepted by him, is realized. Different reactions to the same suggestion. It is true that different people will react in different ways to the same suggestion because of their subconscious conditioning or belief. For example, if you go to a seller on the street and say to him sympathetically, "My dear fellow, you are looking very ill. Aren't you feeling sick? You look to me as if you are going to be seasick." According to his temperament, he either laughs at your joke or expresses a mild irritation. The suggestion fell on deaf ears in this instance because the suggestion of seasickness was associated in his mind with his own immunity from it. Therefore, it called up not fear or worry, but self-confidence. The dictionary says that a suggestion is the act or instance of putting something into one's mind. The mental process by which the thought or idea suggested is undertaken, accepted, or put into effect. You must remember that a suggestion cannot impose something on the subconscious mind against the will of the conscious mind. In other words, your conscious mind has the power to reject the suggestion given. In the case of the sailor, he had no fear of seasickness. He had convinced himself of his immunity, and the negative suggestion had absolutely no power to evoke fear. The suggestion of seasickness to the other passenger called for his indwelling fear of seasickness. Each of us has his own inner fears, beliefs, opinions, and these inner assumptions rule and govern our lives. A suggestion has no power in and of itself except if you accept it mentally. This causes your subconscious powers to flow in a limited and restricted way, according to the nature of the suggestion. How he lost his art. Every 2 or 3 years, I give a series of lectures at the London Truth Forum in Caxton Hall. This is a forum I founded a number of years ago. Dr. Evelyn Fleet, the director, told me about an article which appeared in the English newspapers dealing with the power of suggestion. This is the suggestion a man gave to his subconscious mind over a period of about 2 years. I would give my right arm to see my daughter heal. It appeared that his daughter had a crippling form of arthritis together with a so-called incurable form of skin disease. Medical treatment had failed to alleviate the condition, and the father had an intense longing for his daughter's healing and expressed his desire in the words just quoted. Dr. Evelyn Craig said that the newspaper article pointed out that one day the family was out riding when their car collided with another. The father's right arm was torn off at the shoulder, and immediately the daughter's arthritis and skin condition vanished. He must make certain to give the subconscious only suggestions which will bless, deliver, and inspire him in all your ways. Remember that your subconscious mind cannot take a joke. It takes you at your word. How autosuggestions banishes fear. Illustration of autosuggestion. Autosuggestion means suggesting something definite and specific to oneself. Herbert Parkin, in his excellent manual of autosuggestion, records the following incident. It has its amusing side, so that one remembers it. A New York visitor in Chicago looks at his watch, which is set an hour ahead of Chicago time, and tells a Chicago friend that it is 12 o'clock. The Chicago friend, not considering the difference in time between Chicago and New York, tells the New Yorker that he is hungry and that he must go to lunch. Autosuggestion may be used to banish various fears and other negative conditions. A young singer was invited to give an audition. She had been looking forward to the interview, but on three previous occasions she had failed miserably due to fear of failure. This young lady had a very good voice, but she had been saying to herself, when the time comes for me to sing, maybe they won't like me. I'll try, but I'm full of fear and anxiety. Her subconscious mind accepted these negative autosuggestions as requests and proceeded to manifest them and bring them into her experience. The cause was involuntary autosuggestion, that is, silent fear thoughts, emotionalized and subjectified. She overcame it by the following technique. 3 times a day, she isolated herself in a room. She sat down comfortably in an armchair, relaxed her body, and closed her eyes. She stilled her mind and body as best she could. Physical inertia favors mental passivity and renders the mind more receptive to suggestion. She counteracted with clear suggestion by saying to herself, I sing beautifully, and poised, serene, confident, and calm. She repeated this statement slowly, quietly, and with feeling from 5 to 10 times at each sitting. She had 3 short sittings every day and one immediately prior to sleep. At the end of the week, she was completely poised and confident. When the invitation to audition came, she gave a remarkable, wonderful audition. How she restored her memory. A woman aged 75 was in the habit of saying to herself, I'm losing my memory. She reversed the procedure and practiced induced observation several times a day as follows. My memory from today on is improving in every department. My memory is improving in every department. I am a I am an achiever. I am doing beautifully as a coach. I am glowing with my appearance. I am healthy. I am very young and my age is getting reversed. I am getting to the age of 16 quickly while retaining all my maturity. And everybody in this world loves me being beautiful. I shall always remember whatever I need to know at every moment of time and point of space. The impressions received will be clearer and more definite. I shall retain them automatically and with ease. Whatever I wish to recall will immediately present itself in a correct form in my mind. I am improving rapidly every day, and very soon my memory will be better than it has ever been before. At the end of 3 weeks, her memory was back to normal, and she was delighted. How he overcame an accident. Many men who complain of irritability, and wet temper proved to be very susceptible to officialisms and obtained marvelous results by using the following statements 3 or 4 times a week. Morning, noon, and at night prior to sleep for about a month. Henceforth, I shall grow more goodly. Joy, happiness, and cheerfulness are now becoming my normal states of mind. Every day, I'm becoming more and more lovable and understanding. I am now becoming the center of cheer and goodwill to all those about me, infecting them with good humor. This happy, joyous, and cheerful mood is now becoming my normal, natural state of mind. I am grateful. The constructive and destructive power of suggestion. Some illustrations and comments on heterosuggestion. Heterosuggestion means suggestions from another person. In all ages, the power of suggestion has played a part in the life and thought of men in every period of time and in each country of art. In many parts of the world, it is the controlling power of religion. Suggestion may be used to discipline and control ourselves, but it can also be used to give control and command over others who do not know the laws of life. In its constructive form, it is wonderful and magnificent. In its negative aspect, it is one of the most destructive of all the response patterns of the mind, resulting in patterns of misery, failure, suffering, sickness, and disaster. Have you accepted any of this? From infancy on, the majority of us have been given many negative suggestions, not knowing how to work them. We unconsciously accepted them. Here are some of the negative suggestions. You can't. You will never amount to anything. You must eat. You will fail. You haven't got a chance. You are all wrong. It's no use. It's not what you know, but who you know. The world is going to endorse. What is the use? Nobody cares. It is no use trying so hard. You are too old now. Things are getting worse and worse. Life is an endless grind. Love is for the birds. You just can't believe. Pretty soon you will be better. Watch out, you will get the virus. You can trust a soul, etc. Unless as an adult you use constructive autosuggestion, which is a reconditioning therapy, the impressions made on you in the past can cause behavior patterns that cause failure in your personal and social life. Autosuggestion is the means releasing you from the mass of negative verbal conditioning that might otherwise distort your lifestyle, making the development of good habits difficult. You can counteract negative suggestions. Pick up the paper any day and you can read dozens of items that could show the seeds of futility, fear, worry, anxiety, and impending doom. If accepted by you, these thoughts of fears could cause you to lose the will for life. Knowing that you can reject all these negative suggestions by giving your subconscious mind constructive auto suggestions, you counteract all these deconstructive ideas. Check regularly on the negative suggestions that people make to you. You do not have to be influenced by destructive negative suggestions. All of us have suffered from it in our childhood and in our teens. If you look back, you can easily recall how parents, friends, relatives, teachers, and associates contributed in the campaign of negative suggestions. Study the things said to you, and you will discover much of it was in the form of propaganda. The purpose of much of what was said was to control you or instill fear in you. The heterosuggestion process goes on in every home, office, factory, and club. You will find that many of these suggestions are for the purpose of making you think, feel, and act as others want you to, and in ways that are to their advantage. How suggestion kill and mind. Here is an illustration of heterosuggestion. A relative of mine went to a crystal gazer in India who told him that he had a bad heart and predicted that he would die at the next new moon. He began to tell all members of his family about his pre-condition. And he arranged his will. This powerful suggestion entered into his subconscious mind because he accepted it completely. My relative also told me that this crystal gazer was believed to have some strange occult powers, and he could do harm or good to a person. He died as predicted, not knowing that he was the cause of his own death. I suppose many of us have heard similar stupid, ridiculous, superstitious stories. Let us look at what happened in the light of our knowledge of the way the subconscious mind works. Whatever the conscious reasoning mind of man believes, the subconscious mind will accept and act upon. My relative was happy, healthy, vigorous, and robust when he went to see that fortune teller. She gave him a very negative solution which he accepted. He became terrified and constantly dwelt upon the fact that he was going to die at the next new moon. He proceeded to tell everyone about it, and he prepared for the end. The activity took place in his own mind, and his own thought was the cause. He brought about his own so-called death, or rather destruction of the physical body by his fear and expectation of the end. So let us do some auto suggestion positive. So I am in front of, just as I was reading this, I had a premonition where I was in front of Barack Obama and receiving Nobel Prize maybe, and Michelle is by their side, and I am being photographed between them. And I did something of this global calming, pulling and bringing in a very easy way, involving everybody. And the entire world is part of whatever was done. It was not singular, it was collective. And that was my initiative. That is why I was getting recognized. So I am getting recognized as a person who initiates great innovative ideas, and it reaches the topmost leaders of the world, the political leaders, the religious leaders, the spiritual leaders, and the most richest people on earth. I effortlessly reach out to them, and I am taken with their inner circle capability to act as the advisor and as the mastermind with more abstract of my own ideas, which can be implementable by my own hand. So this, my super subconscious mind will take as a model and work towards it. How about it? The woman who predicted his death had no more power than the stones and sticks in the field. Her suggestion had no power to create or bring about the end, she suggested. If he had known the laws of his mind, he would have completely rejected the suggestion and refused to give her words any attention, knowing in his heart that he was governed and controlled by his own thought and feeling. Like Tiny arose and aimed at a battleship. The prophecy could have been completely neutralized and dissipated without hurting him. The suggestions of others in themselves have absolutely no power whatsoever over you except the power that you give them through your own thoughts. You have to give your mental consent. You have to entertain the thought, then it becomes your thought and you do the thinking. Remember, you have the capacity to choose. Choose life, choose love, choose life. The power of an assumed major premise. Your mind works like a syllogism. Syllogism. This means that whatever major premise your conscious mind assumes to be true determines the conclusion your subconscious mind comes to in regard to any particular question or problem in your mind. If your premise is true, the conclusion must be true, as in the following example. Every virtue is lauded. Kindness is a virtue. Therefore, kindness is lauded. Another example is as well. All formed things change and pass away. The pyramids of Egypt are formed things. Therefore, someday the pyramids will pass. The first statement is referred to as the major premise, and the right conclusion must necessarily follow the right premise. A college professor who attended some of my science of mind lectures in May 1962 at Town Hall, New York, said to me, everything in my life is a toxicology, and I have lost health, wealth, and friends. Every time I touch, everything I touch turns out wrong. I explained to him that he should establish a major premise in his own thinking, that the infinite intelligence of his subconscious mind was guiding, directing, and prospering him spiritually, mentally, and meditatively. So here I give another direction to my subconscious mind. My YouTube channel is growing by leaps and bounds over the next 30 days, and it will attain 4,000 hours in next 30 days. Every day I'll be posting at least one video. If possible, 2 videos. Every week I'll create every day 5 plus 4, 9, 10 videos every week. So that every video is viewed multiple times and for multiple hours, not views, but hours. It will be viewed for at least 10 hours every day, and soon it will be producing multiple billions of dollars per week. It is so useful. It has come from my own insights, and I know I have delivered something hugely useful. Then his subconscious mind would automatically direct him wisely in his investments, decisions, and also clean his body and restore his mind to peace and tranquility. This professor formulated an overall picture of the way he wanted his life to be, and this was his major premise. Infinite intelligence waits and guides me in all my ways. Perfect health is mine, and the law of harmony operates in my mind and body. Beauty, love, peace, and abundance are mine. The principle of right action and divine order govern my entire life. I know my major premise is based on the eternal truth of life, and I know, feel, and believe that my subconscious mind responds according to the nature of my subconscious mind. He wrote me as follows. I repeated the above statement slowly, quietly, and lovingly several times a day, knowing that they were sinking deep down into my subconscious mind, and that results must follow. I am deeply grateful for the opportunity you gave me. And I would like to add that all departments of my life are changing for the better because. So let us write this particular statement. I say it very slowly, so write it down as we are reading this, and this should be an exercise that we should be doing also. So the statement is infinite intelligence leads and guides me in all my ways. Perfect where is my utmost beauty and glow and energy is mine. The law of harmony operates in my mind and body. be free, love, peace, and abundance are mine. Skill of right exponent, order, power, life. I know major premise is based on the determined rules of life, and I know live and believe that my subconscious mind responds according to the nature of my conscious mind thinking. So great. With a great exercise. The subconscious does not argue controversially. Your subconscious mind is all wise and knows the answers to all questions. It does not argue with you or talk back to you. It does not say, you must not impress me with that. For example, when you say, I can't do this, I'm too old now, I can't meet this obligation, I was born on the wrong side of the tracks, I don't know the right politician. You are impregnating your subconscious with these negative thoughts and it responds accordingly. You are actually blocking your own goal, thereby bringing lack, limitation, and frustration into your life. When you set up obstacles, impediments, and delays in your conscious mind, you are denying the wisdom and intelligence resident in your subconscious mind. You are actually seeing, in effect, that your subconscious mind cannot solve your problem. This leads to mental and emotional suppression, condition, followed by sickness and neurotic tendencies. To realize your desire and overcome your frustration, affirm boldly 7 times a day. The infinite intelligence which gave me this desire leads, guides, and reveals to me the perfect plan for the unfolding of my desire. I know the deeper wisdom of my subconscious is now responding. Then what I feel and claim within is expressed in the without. There is a balance, equilibrium, and equilibrium. If you say there is no way out, I'm lost. There is no way out of this dilemma. I am timid and lost. You will get no answer or response from your subconscious mind. If you want the subconscious to work for you, give it the right request and attain its focus. It is always working for you. It is controlling your heartbeat this minute and also your breathing. It feels a part of your finger and its tendency is like what? Forever seeking to take care of you and preserve you. Your subconscious mind has a mind of its own, but it accepts your patterns of thought and images. When you are seeking an answer to a problem, your subconscious will respond. But it expects you to come to a decision and to a true judgment in your conscious mind. You must acknowledge the answer is in your subconscious mind. However, if you say, I don't think there is any way out, I'm all mixed up and confused, why don't I get an answer? You are neutralizing your fear. Like the soldier marking time, you do not get any. Still, the wheels of your mind relax, let go, and quietly apart. My subconscious knows the answer. It is responding to me now. I give thanks because I know the infinite intelligence of my subconscious knows all things and is revealing the perfect answer to me now. My real conviction is now setting free the majesty and glory of my subconscious mind. I rejoice that it is so. Review of highlights. I think good and good follows. Think every and again follows. You are what you think all day long. Your subconscious mind does not argue with you. It accepts what your conscious mind decrees. If you say, I can't afford it, it may be true, but do not say, select a better thought. Decree, I'll buy it. I accept it in my mind. You have the power to choose health and happiness. You can choose to be friendly, or you can choose to be unfriendly. Choose to be cooperative, joyous, friendly, lovable, and the whole world will respect. This is the best way to develop a wonderful personality. Your conscious mind is the watchman at the gate. Its chief function is to protect your subconscious mind from false impressions. Choose to believe that something good can happen and is happening now. Your greatest power is your capacity to choose. Choose happiness and abundance. The suggestion and statements of others have no power to hurt you. The only power is the movement of your thought. You can choose to reject the thoughts or statements of others and affirm the good. You have the power to choose how you will behave. Watch what you say. You will have to account for every idle word. Never say I'll fail and lose my job. I can't fail again. Your subconscious cannot take a joke. It brings all these things to pass. Your mind is not evil. No force of nature is evil. It depends how you use the powers of nature. Use your mind to bless, fill, and inspire all people everywhere. Never say I can't. Overcome that fear by substituting the following. I can do all things through the power of my own subconscious mind. Begin to think from the standpoint of the eternal truth and principles of life, and not from the standpoint of fear, ignorance, and superstition. Do not let others do your thinking for you. Choose your own thoughts and make your own decisions. You are the captain of your soul, subconscious mind, and the master of your fate. Remember, you have the capacity to choose. Choose life, choose love, choose health. Whatever your conscious mind assumes and believes to be true, your subconscious mind will accept and bring to pass. Believe in good fortune, divine guidance, right action, and all the blessings of life. So that was the trick, and hope you also did that exercises along with it. Thank you for watching, and if you like it, then do please go to the Trustpilot and give it a rating. That will help me do more and also bring more for you. And as I say this, I'm going to incorporate stories to whatever webinar I will bring, the workshops that I bring on. And it will stories only, no theory. So if you tell me your point, then we can make a story of that. Can you do that? Thank you for watching.